Jace, I'm going to sleep soon. You're not home yet?
I'm sorry. I'll be back on the last train, so it will take a bit more time. You can go to sleep first.
You said that, but you didn't come home until morning the other day. Are you drinking tonight?
Yeah.
That's been happening a lot lately, and your overtime hours are increasing. Can't you reduce your drinking parties a bit?
I can't help it. There are various social obligations associated with work. There are times when I want to go home, but I can't.
But you don't drink alcohol, do you, Jace?
Even if I can't drink, I have to attend because it's part of my job.
But if you come home in the morning several times a week, you'll ruin your health. You're not that young anymore. I think you should take better care of your health. You already have a lot of overtime.
I'm okay. I know my body best. I'm getting plenty of rest, so it's okay.
If you're taking a rest, I think you should finish your work earlier and sleep comfortably at home.
Are you particularly confrontational today? I'm working hard for you, Claire.
I understand, but you've been sleeping at home less and less lately. I'm worried.
If you're worried, can you not nag me like this? It just adds more stress.
I'm sorry, but Jace, you've not been replying promptly lately, have you? When I can't reach you, I get worried. That you're being forced to drink and have passed out, or that you've had an accident.
You understand because I'm always late lately. You don't need to worry unnecessarily.
But I still worry.
Okay, I'll try to be more in touch from now on. Is that okay?
Well, but I still think you should rest more at home. You often leave the house even on your days off, right? You won't be able to recover.
You're right. Then I'll relax at home on my next day off.
Really? Then I'll make a lot of nutritious food you like.
Yeah, thank you. And I'm sorry. I was harsh even though you were worried about me. I might be tired after all.
It's okay. I know you're working hard. But you need to take better care of yourself. After all, I'm working too. Don't overdo it.
Understood. I'll try to come home as early as possible.
Yeah, be careful coming home. I've prepared the bath for you. Hey, Jace. I was checking our bank account just now. It seems that $210,000 has disappeared from our savings since we got married. Do you know anything about this? If not, I'm going to the police right away.
Sorry, that was me.
I figured. What is this? What do you mean?
I'm sorry, I'll explain later.
What do you mean by later? Where are you now?
I'm outside.
I know that. I mean, where are you and what are you doing? The money seems to have been withdrawn yesterday. Did you possibly use that money for something?
No, that's not it. Well, that's not entirely true.
Please explain right now. Today is a holiday. You can come home, right?
Sorry, I can't come home yet.
So, what on earth are you doing? Please explain properly.
I'm at my parents' house now.
Your parents' house? Why?
Actually, my mom got sick. We need money for her hospitalization and surgery. So I took $210,000 from the account.
What? Your mother got sick? Why didn't you tell me?
Sorry, my mom asked me to keep it a secret, so I couldn't tell you.
But I was getting regular messages from your mother. She was saying that she's doing fine.
She didn't want to worry you, Claire. It seems like it's a disease that can be cured with hospitalization and surgery. Please act as if you didn't hear this.
That's fine, but...
Recently, you were away from home even on holidays, because you were going to your parents' house. I'm really sorry for keeping it a secret.
So that's what it was.
But I think I won't have to go for a while after this time.
Does that mean your mother is going to be hospitalized?
Yeah, that's it.
But don't we need to visit her when she's hospitalized? I think there might be things she wants us to bring. Wouldn't it be better to bring her some supplies?
No, that's fine. I'll do that on weekdays.
You, who are busy with work? Wouldn't it be better if I helped? You have overtime work. You won't be able to visit during visiting hours, right?
No, I can manage. My mother hates to bother others the most, so I have to cooperate with her there.
I know I've only known your mother for about 2 years, but isn't it harsh to call her other people?
Sorry, I misspoke. Anyway, I don't want to bother you, Claire. My mother also says she doesn't want to be a burden.
But I can't just do nothing, can I? Besides, during her hospitalization, wouldn't it be better if we cooperated and took care of your mother's needs?
I appreciate your feelings, but I want to respect my mother's wishes. Well, I've already caused you trouble with the money. I hope you can pretend you don't know.
I'm still not quite convinced. I'm worried. So when you come home, let me hear a little bit more about it.
What specifics? I told you what I know.
I want to hear the name of the disease, the hospital, etc.
What are you going to do with that information?
What do you mean by what are you going to do? Is it okay to ask in case something happens?
Like I said, my mother doesn't want to be known.
I won't tell your mother, you know. I don't see the point in deliberately hiding it.
No, you might feel obligated to ask my mother. I won't tell you.
What's that? Since you used our savings, don't I have the right to ask?
Alright, I'll talk about it later. I'm busy now, so see you later. Claire, sorry to interrupt your work, but I have something important to talk about.
Something important?
I've been made to quit my job.
What?
I'm sorry.
How did that happen?
I was kind of blamed for my boss's mistake.
What's that? So why do you have to quit? That's strange, isn't it?
I know it's strange, but I don't have the power to fight back.
Power to fight back? Well, I see.
I'm really sorry. I'll do the housework from now on. I'll also try to find a new job as soon as possible.
You don't have to.
What? Sure, you're working, so we won't be in trouble right away. But I don't want to be dependent on you.
It's not that. I mean, it doesn't matter because we're getting a divorce.
What? Divorce?
Yes.
Why the hell? You're divorcing me because I lost my job? How heartless are you? And don't you know that my mother is also sick and having a hard time?
Don't talk anymore. You're making me mad. I'll stop by to pick up my stuff after work today and leave.
Wait a minute. Are you really going to leave me like this? I'm in pieces and you're just leaving? What about the rent? I'm unemployed.
I don't feel like talking to you right now, so I'm going back to work.
Claire, we'll discuss this when I get home. And I'm not going to accept a divorce. Claire, are you really going to divorce me like this? Please come back.
You said you would contact me when you were ready for a divorce. I'm busy looking for a new home too. I'm currently living in a weekly mansion.
You have to come home. Why don't you come back? You never listen to what I say. As soon as I quit my job, you want a divorce. Am I of no use to you if I can't earn money? You're cold-hearted. How am I supposed to tell my sick mother?
Are you still saying that? You know what? You think I don't know anything?
What?
Didn't you have any clue when I said I wanted to divorce?
What clue? Well, nothing.
You're really shameful for lying to the end. You were having an affair, weren't you?
I wasn't. Why are we talking about an affair?
The $210,000 for your mother's hospitalization and surgery. That's a consolation payment, isn't it?
What are you talking about?
I know everything already. The day you took out $210,000 on your own, the day before I noticed, Your mother sent me a picture saying she was traveling.
Huh?
You weren't doing anything for the house. You didn't respond when your mother contacted you. So for about the last year, I've been dealing with your mother.
Is that so? Did you really get a message from Mom?
Yes, I did. And yet, your mother is sick. And it's strange that she's traveling and going home. I asked your mother immediately. She said she wasn't sick.
No, that's not it. My mother is hiding her illness from you. I think you're lying.
You're the one lying, aren't you? I'll only talk with you when my lawyer is present. Your mother also said she would be there. You really did something stupid.
I'm sorry, the illness of my mother is a lie.
Are you finally admitting it?
But I really did lend the money.
To whom?
A friend.
Which friend?
A person you don't know.
Even if I don't know them, will you tell me? And give me their contact information. I want to verify.
No, I don't want to bother them. They're really sick and in the hospital.
Even if they're in the hospital, they should be able to communicate, right? I've lent $210,000 from our savings. I can't trust you if I can't confirm it. You even lied about your mother being sick.
Okay, I understand. I'll tell you later.
When is later? I intend to divorce you now. All that you can do now is to respond to me with sincerity, right?
That's why I said I'll tell you later.
Fine, you've run out of lies, right? You were making up stuff about your mother's hospital and sickness from what you found on the internet. You paid the $210,000 consolation payment to your boss, didn't you? I know that you paid it because you got your boss's wife pregnant and had an affair with her.
Why do you know that?
Because your behavior was strange. I contacted your colleague's wife.
I'm sorry.
You finally admitted it. You've been lying all the time. Do you think there's anyone who wants to live with a man like that?
It's not like that. I was seduced by my boss's wife. I was led astray. I was framed.
Even if you were, by the time you paid the consolation money, you were at fault, right? You were fired not just because of the affair, but also because you were pointed out for using company expenses for personal use. What are you really doing? You're too despicable.
Claire, I'm sorry. I truly regret what I've done this time. But I desperately lied because I didn't want to hurt you. Because the one I truly love is you. It was a lie to protect you.
The reason you lied was not for me, but for yourself, right? Do you remember what you said when I left the house? You blamed me for being heartless and you insulted me terribly, didn't you? Where were you protecting me in that? You just hurt me.
I did say too much at that time. But I was desperate not to break up with you.
You didn't want to break up with me for the money, didn't you? You paid the consolation money. Your savings decreased and you lost your job. And if you get divorced, there will be a property division and you will lose money, won't you? Ask the people around you who is a cold-hearted one.
I'm sorry. I won't have an affair anymore. I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
I don't know if I can forgive you, but it would have been better if you had honestly told me everything. But you just kept telling stupid lies to not make yourself the bad guy. I'm really disgusted and speechless. Sorry, but I have zero trust in you. No matter what you say, it's too late now.
People make mistakes, don't they? I just happened to have an affair. I finally understood how serious it is.
Blame yourself for lacking imagination. And don't push the responsibility of your failure onto others. You betrayed me, hurt me with lies. And when I said I wanted a divorce, you were the one who criticized me as if I were the bad guy. I have no intention of getting back together with you.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
It's too much to apologize for. I'll get back the consolation money for the affair, the property division, and the money you used on your own.
I don't have that kind of money.
Then either take out a loan or choose an installment plan. Well, ask your lawyer for details. I'll be going to the discussion soon, so ask then.
Please, Claire, don't abandon me. It was you who always worried about me. was kind to me and supported me, wasn't it?
You are the reason why the kind me chose to divorce. The kind wife I used to be isn't here anymore. It's because you turned me heartless. After that, I had a discussion about divorce with my husband, my lawyer, and my mother-in-law. My husband was grumbling about not wanting the divorce until the end, but during the discussion, he was battered by mother and eventually he gave in, and we were able to divorce. The remaining savings of the couple were taken as compensation and property distribution to me, and the insufficient part will be paid in installments. Since then, my husband has been trying to find another job, but whether the company had been pulling strings, he could not find any job in the same industry and is now doing a completely different job. And the wife of the boss, who was the affair partner, also decided to divorce, and I heard that my husband was being pressured to remarry by the ex-wife of the boss. However, my husband does not want to remarry, and discussions for the future are still ongoing. I'm not interested in what will happen, but it's all a result of what my husband did. I hope he takes responsibility and behaves like an adult. Since then, I have found a new place to live alone and have started a new life. That being said, for several months up to the divorce, my husband was often not at home, so my life may not have changed much. However, the frustration, anxiety, and despair I felt in my married life are now gone. I have anxiety about whether I can love someone again, but for a while, I'm not going to think about difficult things, and I'm going to take care of myself and live each day. And I plan to have more fun and fulfilling days than my ex-husband.